Welcome back, 9:44 here on this Tuesday morning. Seattle's Fifth Avenue Theater is staging the Tony Award-winning musical Ragtime through November 5th. It's set in the melting pot of New York City. The show weaving together three distinctly American stories: upper-class wife, determined Jewish immigrant, daring young Harlem musician, united by their belief in a brighter tomorrow. So we are thrilled to have two of those main characters with us this morning. I'm joined by actors Douglas Lyons and Joshua Carter. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Congrats on the show.
Thank you.
I've heard, really great things about it. For the people watching at home who are maybe unfamiliar with Ragtime, talk a little bit about that show.
Ragtime is, you kind of covered a lot of it.
Right.
It spans from 1906 to about 1912, 1914. It's not really a directly linear. It plays with time a little bit,
okay.
But it is about three distinct stories: an upper-class white family, a black musician, and a Jewish immigrant, and how all those stories and all those lives interlock and interlace in sometimes tragic and sometimes glorious ways.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when we talk about those three stories, how do your characters fit into those stories?
Well, I'm the black pianist,
okay.
Cole House Walker Jr., and I don't think we actually have scenes together.
We don't.
Oh, that's interesting.
We don't.
But our families do, and we'll leave that there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to reveal too much.
Yeah. Well, it's also the sense that, we are, this production in particular, we are all telling each other's story. Mm-hmm. So though we don't have a scene together, there are moments where I'm supporting his action and he supporting me.
As we mentioned at the top here, Ragtime, Tony Award-winning. I feel like it's pretty well known in the theater community. What is that like to be part of such a popular show?
It's interesting. I was just saying that this was the very first Broadway show that I ever saw,
oh,
and
wow.
it stayed with it stayed with me. There are some moments from that original production that are very visceral and that I remember, and being a part of it, being able to tell that story, and being able actually to tell the story of the character that I play. I'm playing the Jewish immigrant, and having that connection with not just the theater history but my history as well is deeply moving. It's deeply important to me, and I try to carry that onto the stage every time I walk out.
And I do think it's interesting. I mean, we're talking about the turn of the century, the beginning of the 20th century, but you're talking about themes that are still relevant for today as well, big time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hugely relevant. It's about what we think divides us,
yes.
and how we actually need one another. That's what this story is about, and I think that's why the Fifth was so smart. And
we could use that.
Yeah. Seeing Ragtime right now is saying that the person that you may disagree with at this very moment is the person you may need,
mm-hmm.
Right.
In a following moment.
Right.
So how do you live alongside them? How do you communicate with them? And I think once we click into that, we'll be a better world right now.
I think that's a really good way to put it. And I also want to ask a little bit about the music as well. I mean, it's called Ragtime, of course, but that is just such an Americana style of music.
Absolutely.
What is it like to perform some of the songs in the show?
I mean, it's interesting that it's called Ragtime, and it is about these themes. I mean, the whole idea of that music is that it is out of time, but it sounds beautiful. That there are beats missing. Things fall at unexpected moments, and how that really can make a beautiful sound. It can make something gorgeous. And I think that's a big part of the theme, that it might not be expected, and it might not be something that you're used to, but it can make something beautiful. And being able to sing some of these songs, I mean,
the score is
perfect.
It's one of the most glorious Broadway scores you've ever heard.
Oh, wow.
And Ragtime was the introduction of syncopation as well. So it's
it's
very rhythmic.
Yeah.
As far as like being musicians and studying music, it's not an easy learn.
Right.
But once you get it, it's really beautiful.
Yeah.
And the harmonies and everything, it's really beautiful.
It was some of my favorite music I remember learning as a musician as a little kid. I mean, the Scott Joplin.
Oh, yeah.
And you're right, it's that syncopation. And some of the things you pick up quick, and other things, it's like it takes a minute to really figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so neat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Well, we are thrilled that Fifth Avenue Theater is offering a pair of free tickets to see Ragtime. If you would like to win, you definitely need to check this show out. Go to our Q13 Fox Instagram page, follow the directions. And good luck. Ragtime runs through November 5th. Make sure you see this show. If you would like tickets, you can also head to fifthavenue.org. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
Thank you.
us.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.